Are we live? Yes, we are live. How is it going, everyone? We're back. We're back. We are back. It's our first stream in a long time. We haven't done a stream in a long time. It's I don't know how many months it's been since we last done a live stream, but we're back. We're all well. I haven't changed. Liam is just doing something quick, but we got Craig below. And good to have Craig on. Obviously Jack is still taking the break off because he's mainly focusing on his channel. But good to be back, everyone. I hope you're all doing very, very well, and so happy to be back. Really, it feels unusual doing this. As I think the last stream we done was the Leeds review in the FA Cup, which seems quite a long time ago now. Seems quite a long time ago that we did that, but very, very happy to be back, and good to see all of you lovely people in the chat. And our first stream in a while, and it's one that it's about our new manager, because we're still searching for a new manager. Of course, we sacked Ian Foster through near the end of the season, and we're now finished the season. As I said in the previous video we did, we survived and we are in the Championship next season. So deep dive through this season. We'll be going through loads of Argyle news. We'll be going through loads of transfer news and everything. Yeah, I have actually. Yeah, I have gone fuzzy indeed, but hopefully it could have been a little bit better, but hey ho. But we'll be talking to Craig about the new manager, possibly Paul Heckingbottom. He has been mentioned a lot as the new favourite. We've had a lot of new favourites through the last couple of weeks. We've had Liam Rosenior, but now it's come out that he's not going to be joining us as he's rejected us, so he's not going to be joining us. But there's many other names that we will possibly go through. But the one in particular, though, we'll talk about is Paul Heckingbottom, because he's a manager that has guided Sheffield United to the Premier League before. I think that was last year. I think that was in 2022-2023 season when we got promoted as well to the Championship. But he is a very, very good manager. I've always liked Paul Heckingbottom. He's got bags of Championship experience, and one manager in particular that I think a lot of people were very interested in bringing in to Argyle as well. But for you, though, in particular, Craig, you have been talking about, I think you've definitely been talking about him on your own channel as well. The Green Fever, go subscribe as well to him on the other channel. But your thoughts on the possibility of bringing in Paul Heckingbottom? We will go through some other managers as well, but him in particular.
I think it's a good appointment. You know, if you're asking Plymouth Argyle if they're going to attract a manager with Premier League and Championship experience, given the names that we have been linked with, I think I snap your hand off. You know, he plays attacking football, knows the Premier League transfer market very well. I would imagine he knows the Championship transfer market very well. So I think it's a good appointment all round. Of course, we get it.
Yeah. It's a good appointment all round. For us, it's a very, very good experienced manager we're bringing in, first of all, and secondly, you're giving the right recruitment, you're giving the right resources, and I feel like he would definitely do well in the Championship for sure. He'd definitely do well. And a lot of people have had their say on Twitter, on Facebook, and many other different socials as well, including Instagram. Mixed opinions. That is, you are allowed to have your own opinion, as I say. Mixed opinions, 50-50. I can understand why. Of course, the end of his time at Sheffield United wasn't the greatest, of course. Obviously, they did get relegated this season back into the Championship. But I'll tell you what, though,
really against him.
It's in my opinion, though, we're still getting a solid manager, and at the end of the day, whatever he did do in the Prem, it's mainly what he did in the Championship is what we all focused about him, if we're truly honest. But there's many other different ways you can look at it. His tactical style, the way he wants to play, and what type of players he probably would want at Argyle. That's another one you could possibly throw into the basket there. But Anything else that we could possibly say about Paul Heckingbottom, Craig?
You bring a decent backroom staff. At least we'll have some coaches. At least we'll have some
Yeah,
people that can actually help support him when he comes in.
yeah.
Unlike Foster, that had nobody. So it was good to
He
have some
bought
people.
his staff in way too late.
Yeah, exactly. And it's great to have Paul Heckingbottom that actually bring in his own coaching staff. We'll be able to have straight off the bat. You'll have his whole team in place. Behind the scenes, it'll just be all like Schumacher was when he took over, when he had all of his stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Agreed. And for you though, Liam, you've been spamming me with loads of messages on the group chat and messenger throughout the last couple of weeks on who the favourite could be for Argyle manager.
Yeah.
But there has been loads of names, but in particular, Paul Heckingbottom is now the main favourite. Would you take him? Would you take him for sure?
I mean, I've said on the group chat all along that I would. Championship experience, like Craig said, Premier League experience, and I think he would take us by. I think we'd at least get mid-table. I don't think we'd have enough for playoffs. I'd love it if we did, but I think a mid-table 15 to 12 finish, I'd happily take it with him for his first season if he got our job, which I'm hoping he does now.
Yeah, definitely. I would love to have a very, very good solid season next year, and then if we do well, we would push on from there, and so on and so on and so on. But it's easier to think about it than that to actually do it. So, well,
Yeah, Bruce
as
and
the
the
weeks
pudding.
go by, we will know who the well, I wouldn't say the weeks. We're apparently pretty close from what we have heard on all socials. We are very close to appointing our head coach. So maybe in the next couple of days, maybe in the next week or so, we will find out. We will have our say in it, of course. But in particular, though, players wise, if he was going to be in charge, if he was going to take charge of Argyle, would there be any players that I feel like would thrive under Paul Heckingbottom?
Whitaker and Hardy.
Yeah,
They'll actually have some
that's what I'm
support.
thinking.
Yeah,
They should be able to play in their natural positions and actually score some goals and improve. On last season.
Yeah, because we know how good Whitaker can be.
Yeah,
Cutting on his
imagine with Paul
left.
Heckingbottom's coaching, his experience, and I think Whitaker would thrive under a manager like him.
Yeah, definitely.
Defo.
If we could keep Whitaker, that'd be great. And I feel like he would definitely thrive under a top of manager like that. He definitely would. Hardy would definitely do well. I feel like he would definitely fit into that system that
young
he would want
players.
to play.
The young players would thrive under Paul Heckingbottom. He likes to bring through a lot of young players. When he was time at Sheffield United, he did bring for a lot of young players. So if it was a young player like a Freddie or a Caleb, for example, you'd be jumping at the bit to impress the manager because he likes to use young players.
You'll be jumping at that. You'll be jumping at that chance for sure. And I feel like they'll definitely want to take that chance. Anything really. It's about if they can take that opportunity. If he does come in, they can jump at it. But if they can prove that they can make their worth into his team, then so be it. And I would love to see Freddie Xhaka get more game time because a lot of people have asked the last year or so he should get more game time. I've agreed with so many people about it, and I think Liam has agreed with so many people about it. You've agreed with so many people about it. Jack has, Harvey England has, and I don't understand why he hasn't got enough game time the past year, but we can't really think about that. We can't really think about that at all because we don't know what goes on behind the scenes at the club. So that's the main bit there. Comments. Long time no see. How you doing? Yeah, we're doing well, Caitlin. We took a break. Pochettino has left Chelsea. We did see that Pochettino did leave Chelsea. It's kind of surprising, really. It's kind of surprising.
I think Cameron Wright would thrive under Paul Heckingbottom. He's got a lot to prove. He hasn't had a full championship season, has he? So I think Callum Wright would have a point to prove.
Yeah.
We all know he's got ability. He's proven it in so many games, especially defensively this season. Against what was it? Against Hull and against Leicester City, he was fantastic.
Yeah.
But in a really good
Yeah, he
shift.
was. Yeah, he was. He was very, very good. How would Mumba be with them? I feel like Mumba would probably push into a left mid position, definitely. Or you can maybe play him on either side. I think he'll definitely do well under Paul Heckingbottom as well. Isaka is too lightweight, but you can't. But remember, it does take a couple of years to build up your strength and get used to the higher leagues. Maybe Isaka might need a loan. Maybe he might need to go either a league below or maybe a couple of leagues below, get more game time. He has played a couple of games last season, but I feel like it's not enough. He would definitely need more than that. He'd definitely need more than that to prove that he can get into the starting 11. At the moment, I don't think he can with Hardy in there. I think Ben Waine should be gone now. I don't understand how he's still at the club, but what can you do? What can you do about that?
I think he's not a proven goal scorer, Harvey, but defensively he's putting a hell of a shift in some
He's
of
a
those
very,
games.
very
He's a hell of a shift compared to keep around.
Good player at tracking back for sure.
If you need
tracking back.
last 20, 25 minutes, if you're away from home, stick him on, he'll run himself into the ground. I think that's the type of player that
he's more of the top of a deep line forward. He's more of a deep line forward.
Keep hold of him.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. It is hard to. It is hard to.
Could you imagine Bundu running off that left wing? Bundu next season terrorised defenders
at the end of this season. He was fantastic, and he
was.
And I feel like he was robbed of more game time, but it was his injuries that let him down. That's the problem with Bundu, and I hope next season he doesn't get more. He doesn't get more and more injuries. Hopefully, he gets more and more game time. That's what hopefully ends up happening with Mustafa Bundu. And we loved Bundu. At the end of the season, he absolutely played fantastic. He played absolutely fantastic. That goal against Leicester was phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. And that kept us up, in my opinion. That goal kept us up.
The Sheffield Wednesday free kick as well.
Oh, thunderbolt of a strike. Brilliant. Yeah, Jack said you did. I'm not too bad of it. Got over Saturday, absolute disaster. We've seen the absolute disaster from Bolton. I can't believe you lost that. But after going next season, now in probably one of the hardest League One lineups we've probably seen in a long, long time. It'll be hell of hard to get out of that. Very hard. And if we would have got relegated, just saying now, if we would have got relegated, I would say now we would have definitely not got promoted next season if we did get relegated. That's the point I'm gonna put down right now. We would not have got promoted. There's loads of other teams that's way better that could have performed way better than us in that season.
Yeah.
Loads of other teams that are completely competitive in that league, with Charlton getting insanely better now with Nathan Jones in charge. He's a master at getting teams up from League One. He's done it with Luton, and I feel like he'd definitely do it with Charlton. Wrexham is just going to get stronger and stronger. Birmingham, Huddersfield, Barnsley, Peterborough, Bolton. I'm telling you what, that league is absolutely deadly, and thank God we didn't end up in that, because we would have been in there for years and years. For sure, we would have been in there for quite a long time. And
I reckon we could have got minimum playoffs, to be honest with you.
Maybe, but it depends on what manager we get, on what manager we would have got.
Yeah.
So, and what players would have gone? Whittaker would have gone. I feel like Hardy would have gone.
Hoops would have gone. Randall gone.
May have stayed, but I don't know about that. Cooper would have definitely gone. Loads of players. Gibbo would have gone. And obviously Galloway and Miller's looking likely to be out the door as I was looking earlier. So it's hard. It's hard to figure out where we're going to finish. Yeah. See you later. All right. See you later, Caitlin. See you later, Caitlin. 12 people here. Thank you all very much for chilling on the stream. Please hit the like button if you haven't already, and subscribe to the channel. We'll be doing loads more throughout the summer and next season. It's the start of a
What do
new.
you reckon about Coop then? Sorry.
Yeah, I've seen that about Cooper as well. We'll talk about that whilst we're on here as well. I had a feeling he would go. We'll have to get the right bid. Have to get the right bid for Cooper because I don't see him going for cheap. There were some people saying undisclosed fee. I don't see that. I'll take 5 to 7.5 mil. A couple months ago, I was saying over 10 mil, but I think I was being a little bit audacious for that. I was being a little bit audacious.
10 plus add-ons.
Yeah, I'll take it.
He's got to be 10
Celtic,
million at least.
I don't think he'd get game time at Celtic.
Well, Joe Hart's leaving, isn't he?
I think he's retiring. I think.
Yeah, so
I'm sure.
Potentially they're looking for a new English goalkeeper.
Yeah, maybe, but
Leicester
apparently they're going for
interested in
Jack
him.
Butland, so there you go.
I think Coventry were as well.
Anyways,
there's a few decent teams in there looking at Coops.
Yeah, and the 3 teams that I did see that were interested in Cooper was Leicester, Coventry, and Wolves. Wolves I can understand. Leicester I can understand because Michael Cooper apparently he said he loves Leicester. Coventry I do not get because they've already got 2 keepers. And I'm trying to remember their name, but I cannot remember their names. Well done. I should have thought about that. But
Jose Sarr in it, the Wolves goalkeeper in it.
Yeah.
Sarr.
Mm-hmm. Jose Sarr. I don't know if they had Rui Patricio a couple years ago, but I know he's gone now. There you go. Ben Wilson and Bradley Collins. I think he would definitely get in front of them, but do they need another keeper? They've got 2 keepers there. I don't know how Coventry would feel about getting another keeper in. Would they sell them? Will they sell one of them? Either Hamer or Collins? I don't know about that. So I don't see him going to Coventry. Leicester, I could, but will he get in front of Hermansen? That's the question. What do you think?
Hermansen's dodge, he's made a few mistakes this season. Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah. Poppadom hands throughout most of the season.
He has made some really big mistakes
hands for most of the season. That goal we conceded against Birmingham just shows it.
Exactly. I don't think you get. I don't know. He might get in at Wolves, with Tom King and Daniel Bentley. He could get in at Wolves as second choice. The trouble is, would he want to be second choice? While you guaranteed Plymouth Argyle first choice. Yeah.
He would want to be starter for sure, and I think a lot of people would know that as well. And I think Cooper would know that himself. He's been a starter for years at Argyle, and I don't think he would want to. I don't think he would want to go down the pecking order. If he goes to Leicester, Wolves maybe, because Jose Sarr is getting on a bit, but I still think he would probably be the first choice. But who is their keepers at the moment? I'm gonna have a look now. So. They've got Jose Sarr and Daniel Bentley. So I think he would definitely get in front of Daniel Bentley. Jose Sarr, how old is Jose Sarr now? He's 31. Oh, God. I don't know about that. But if they give us the right amount of money, give us around 7.5 mil or 6 mil, you can have him, in my opinion, because it's the right amount of money. He's young. He's a very good keeper. He's proved himself in the Championship this season after coming back from two serious injuries, and he's still got loads to prove. He's still got loads to prove on the high divisions. I think definitely, but if we get the right bid, I think that will definitely pay out for us, and it'll really help our club out. It will really help our club out for sure. Sheffield United apparently looking at Cooper as well. I did hear that Sheffield United were looking at Cooper. I think it was, I don't know how long ago, but I know you don't have any keepers at the club. Sheffield United. If he did join, would he help another club out? I don't know. So,
trouble is, you got to be careful where you read these rumours, haven't you?
Yeah, exactly. Because you could probably read one room and you'd be like, oh, could he be
Yeah.
going there? Could he be going there? Could he be going there? But it's not actually like that. We don't know what's happening. It could all be true or it could be rumors. We don't know. We don't know what's going on. There could be something else going on, or maybe
I don't see any players leaving the football club until the managers come in and decided who he wants to keep.
yeah, exactly. For well, we've already know our retained list, of course.
Yeah.
We already know the players that are leaving. Callum Burton, he's been
Yeah.
a massive servant for us the last couple of years, and we wish him well. Of course, he's been a massive servant for us. The penalty save to send us to Wembley, and the main saves he made for most of the games he's played in the 2023 season that got us promoted, and he's always been an amazing. He's always been a good keeper, and I feel like he'd definitely do well in League One. I think he's a League One
He can get
keeper.
into any team in League One.
Yeah,
Any team in League One.
he's easily a League One keeper. So also be it. If he does go down another league, then that's bit of a yours. But I think League One is definitely his level. That's definitely his level for sure. And hopefully, he does end up finding a club very, very soon. And Brendan Galloway leaving soon.
I think
Thoughts
it's
on
nailed
that?
on. I think he's going to go. I think he's going to go.
Yeah, I think
If they're going to sign new deals, they would have done it by now.
yeah, exactly. It's a little bit like Niall Ennis because we thought he would stay on, but then we realised it's taking a little long that he's not signing a deal, and then he did end up going. So I think
Still really
they'll go.
disappointed.
Brendan Galloway, he's an injury-prone player, but on his day he does play well.
Yeah.
And then Mikael Miller, as I call him, breadstick legs. He's another injury-prone player. I think he would go as well. He has spent his time. I think he's had enough time at the club. I think Mikael Miller, and I think we could definitely get a replacement for him. Saxon Early, we've always talked about Saxon Early, but the amount of injuries he's had is really cut his amount of playing time. He went on loan to Wickham and he got an injury.
Yeah, I do think we should keep hold of him because he has proven it in the games we've seen him. He can do a job, so I definitely would.
That
keep
game
hold
against
of him.
Watford proved it.
Yeah, it was. And just on Galloway and Miller, I feel really disappointed with the both of them because the amount of loyalty we've shown them as well. In terms of we could have released them with their injuries, but we offered them new contracts and we backed them. But of course, there's no loyalty in football, is there? But
no,
money talks.
It's mixed about that. Thoughts on that as well, Liam? Brendan Galloway and Mikael Miller, as you're there now.
Yeah, I mean, I like both. It's just real shame that they got offered contracts and didn't want them, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Shame, really.
Yeah, because they have been good servants to the club as well, and they were and when needed, they stepped up and Brendan Galloway at the end of the season, another player that I think a lot of people were praised quite a bit as well. He played very, very well at the end of the season. Mikael Miller, mixed performances. I think a lot of people were really a little bit on the side of he did play well at certain points, but then most of the time he did not put his effort in. So
Foster, I think he's one of the best players on the pitch.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think that. But the problem is his injuries, and it's annoying.
I know that's the only thing that lets him down. Yeah, but it's one of those where the club have got to make a decision, and they.
Yeah. But what can you do? But where do you think Mikael Miller would go then? That's the question.
He could have any pick in the Championship. He could go to it. He could probably get in not in the team, but he definitely would get a decent Championship side that would offer him a huge signing on fee, and he could get a 2-3 year contract.
Yeah, I'd definitely say another League One club, in my opinion. I think that's probably where his level would be. He's proved it in the Championship. I think he would definitely. I think he'd definitely happily take a step down. I don't think he'd stay in Championship. I don't think he will. I don't think he'll find another club. Maybe Oxford. Maybe Oxford might take him up. You never
Could go
know.
back to Rotherham.
Yeah, with other clubs going for Josh Murphy as well. But a lot of teams will probably go for Oxford's players. So Miller to QPR makes sense, maybe, but do they need another fullback? I don't know, but
Especially one that's injury prone.
he is a very injury prone, and I don't think he would get into that starting 11 anytime soon. Other managers that were on the list as well. I'm gonna just get your I'm just gonna get your photo up here, Liam, because I think you stuck a photo up in the chat earlier. There you go. Another one that was being talked about was Anthony Barry, of course. But I think a lot of people wouldn't want him at the club, of course. Another Scouser, of course, funny enough. But yes, he's assistant. I think he's an assistant at for Portugal, I think. And I think he's a coach for Bayern as well.
Yeah.
But
trouble is with that one, you can't wait. He's going to be with Portugal. You can't wait for like 3 weeks into pre-season to get him to sign a. You got to go with what's available now, and Paul Heckingbottom he's what we're looking for.
Yeah, exactly. We need the right type of coach that's ready, come into the club straight away and get straight into the job, get straight into work. That's what I want. But I don't want to wait for a manager until past June. That's not what I want. I want a manager to come in straight away and just get working on that team.
Do you think Paul Heckingbottom would want to have had guarantees about transfer budget that they're going to back him with a sizable budget?
And that's the main that's the main point there. What transfer budget would he want? That's another thing to talk about. Well, was that one thing that Schumacher moaned about? I don't know, but I don't know how much we would give him. And it also depends on player sales, because you look at Whittaker, we may either keep him or we may sell him. Gibbo, we may keep him or we may sell him. Cooper, I think he's most likely going to go now. Maybe might get a decent budget, but it depends if the board is actually willing enough to give him a good budget if he does come to the club. Yeah, they'll have to. If they're bringing in a manager like that, they'll have to. Surely.
But technically, maybe not spending that much in January might have given us a bit more of a leeway into the summer.
Yeah, that's what I think. Because I don't think we mainly got loans in that. Well, we did get Forshaw permanently. We did get Forshaw permanently, but also we mainly spent it on loans. You look at Giabi, you look at Lino Sousa, you look at other players that we ended up bringing in, Ashley Phillips as well. They're mainly all loans. The only player that came in permanent, as I said, Adam Forshaw, and he'll be a main part of our club next season. Definitely. Because I think he's definitely got.
Is it worth keeping him?
Yeah, he's an experienced player. He's a massively experienced player, and it'd be a good player to have around the club for sure. Out the young players as well. He's got bags of championship experience. He has proved that this season. He has played very well.
He's injury prone.
He is injury prone. He can be injury. He is pretty injury prone, but on his day, he is a very good player to have on.
Oh yeah, on his day.
That you'd probably say is an impact sub, like an impact.
But don't you think you need players that are fit, available, ready to go, that can play 30, 40 games? And what is he going to? He's probably not.
That's why we need squad depth. That's why we need squad depth.
Yeah,
that's the main thing you need at Argyle, because we nearly bottled it in the 2023 season due to lack of depth. But this season we had bags of depth. We had loads of players that were fit and ready to play, but we just couldn't put in proper performances.
But probably not up to championship standard.
Yeah, that's right. This season will. But for you two though, what positions do you think we need to improve on?
I don't know if Liam's there, so.
You there, Liam? Excuse me. No, he's not there at the moment. He'll probably come back in a minute then. But for you though, Craig?
I think we're going to have to, if goalkeeper, definitely going to have to replace him if Cooper's going. Because, of course, we've lost Callum Burton. We can't rely on Zach Baker and Connor Hazard as a number one. We're going to have to look at a centre-back because is Pleguezuelo shaky? Dan Scar, all right, he's good. We're going to probably lose Gibbo. We've lost Phillips. So definitely two midfielders at least. Because Forshaw's injury prone. Jordan Houghton's he's not mobile enough, is he? So we probably need two central midfielders. If I think Paul Heckingbottom likes to play with a four at the back, so we're probably going to have to
he likes to either
maybe
play
looking at some wingers.
3-5-2 or maybe sometimes four at the back. We have seen him
so
play
look at
four at the back
wingers.
sometimes, but three at the back,
You
I
have to
think
look-
is what he mainly plays. I think from the teams we have seen him roll out
Obviously
with
gonna need
the
another
last
striker.
couple of times. So
Definitely gonna
three
need
at the
another
back though. To be honest, I do like a free back. At Argyle, it seems to be a running theme the last couple of years that we've been running a free back. Free at the back formation. It suits. I think it suits us as well. Ryan Lowe, Schumacher. Run the same theme. I feel like that definitely work. Gibbo. Maybe if we do end up getting another centre back, but I'd say at the moment Gibbo, Scar, and whatever centre back we have Pleggy at the moment. That would be our three centre backs at the moment. We would definitely need more than that. We need depth in defence for sure. Gillespie went in January. Ashley Phillips has gone back, and Liam will probably come back in a bit. He probably DC'd. Goodness sakes. Gillespie went in January. Ashley Phillips went back to Tottenham, and other centre back. I think Oscar Hall's. Oscar Hall's left on a free. If I'm sure, I don't know.
Yeah, he got released.
Yeah, he got released. So we definitely need depth in defence, and then Brendan Galloway is most likely going to lead as well.
Because you think about it, Sousa's gone back to Villa. Soranola can only play one half. Joe Edwards is good going forward, but defensively, he's probably not great. Ballymumba's probably the only fullback that goes forward backwards. Miller's probably going to leave, and Saxon Early's only he's injury prone, so definitely going to need at least a proper fullback that can go both ways at least.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with you on that. Experienced championship from Rob Nanko. Experienced championship players who can play 30, 40 games cost big money. For sure is the perfect fit. Yeah, exactly. I did hear that I did hear that Brad H, but if I'm truly honest, would that really matter? Would that really matter though? So I don't know. I don't know about that at all. But on another part of other managers, obviously Anthony Barry I did just mention just a moment ago. But other managers, obviously Liam Rosina, he rejected us, so I don't think I think that he was out of the talk ages ago. He was out of the talk ages ago. And then Will Still, and that's probably the last one I'll probably talk about. Will Still.
Yeah.
He done very well with Rayham's in League One.
Sunderland.
And obviously a manager that a lot of people have been saying has no coaching badges, and they've been apparently paying fines for him to manage the club, from what I've heard. But I think he has now got coaching badges. But I think he's only 31. I think he's a very, very young manager.
Trouble is with that one, Harv, is the Championship's much more of a competitive league than France.
Yeah, it is the top division in France. He has proved himself in.
Compare that with the Championship, it's
top
not
division, but in the Championship, it's more competitive. It's more feisty. It's more of a challenging league to get out of. That's the difference. I think he'll end up going to Sunderland, anyways. Yeah, that's my honest opinion, because I've heard Sunderland are going for him, and I think he'll definitely go to a type of club like that. It suits him. I think it suits him a lot. Brad again. He's been renovating his house in Barnsley to be a right manager for you lot. Yeah. It definitely suits the type of style that we like to go with the last couple of years. Ryan Lowe, Schumacher. We run three of the back formations. We like to play a more of an attacking style into that type of formation we do run. I think you'd definitely be the right type of manager would definitely roll with. If we do end up either playing an attacking three at the back, or either like a neutral three at the back formation, I feel like that definitely work for us. I think I think the players that we do have would definitely slot in there very well. It depends who else. It depends who else we end up bringing in if we do end up bringing Paul Heckingbottom in. So there's other.
Yeah, you've got to think about it, right?
Things to
All
say
of these
about it.
players that have been out, like out of the frame, like Tariq Wright, get a fresh chance. It's a new manager, pre-season. They get to show what all about. I think they should be given a chance. I know it's Tariq Wright. We all know he's probably not good enough, but he should deserve another chance. That every player should. It's a new start, new chapter, a fresh page, and everyone should have the right to prove themselves. Would you agree or no?
Yeah. That's what preseason's all about. That is what
Yeah.
preseason's all about. We've seen for every club, you get given a chance. If you impress the manager, you will get given your chance in the first team. But it's about, can you do it? Can you do it in preseason? If you can do it in the preseason, then you will, of course. But Tariq Wright, not a favourite in the fan base at all. I don't think he'll get more game time at the club. If I'm gonna be, bluntly honest, but he's not a good enough. I don't think he's a good enough player, anyways. I don't think he's shown that when he did play. I think he's more of an attacking winger. I don't think he would play. I don't think he would fit into that team. You look at other players that we sent on loan as well. Saxon early. I think he'll be given more of a chance than Tariq Wright. That's the simple fact.
So Will Jenkins-Davis will sign a new contract.
Oh yeah, Will Jenkins-Davies. There's another player that's been given loan experience as well.
Torquay, didn't he?
Yeah, he went on loan to Torquay. Maybe he'll be given his chance. There's another player that maybe could push to the first team. So there's loads. There is loads of young players in the coming through the youth. So if they do end up giving the chance, absolutely fantastic, and I'd love to see that. So would be great. And then one more thing before we go as well. Sorry, excuse me. I've had a bad cough for the last week and a half. But one thing before we go, transfer rumors. We will be going through loads of transfer rumors throughout the summer. Whenever we do decide to do a stream or we do a YouTube short, we'll get anyone on to have their say. We'll get any Argyle fan on. Anybody. We'll get anybody on to chat about like potential rumors, or give us questions, or give us any question related to anything on the new, either if a new manager comes in or the new manager hasn't come in yet, or anything like that. That's all absolutely fine. But thank you, Craig, for coming on. Absolute legend. Thank you very much for coming on. Go subscribe to Craig, also known as Green Fever. Absolutely brilliant. Go subscribe to his channel. Hit 1K recently. Congrats, mate. Absolutely fantastic.
Thank you. Hard work.
Hopefully, going to be a brilliant future for you, 100%. But for us, that's going to be the end of the stream. Thank you all very much for watching. We'll see you in the next stream and video. From then, goodbye, everyone. Have a good rest of your night, and we will see you for maybe another new stream, or maybe new announcement for Argyle Manager. See you later, everyone.